How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to Upside DIY. So I made a couple more of those cases. I actually put the tools away and I forgot to check like this one, but it's got a really tall front piece, so but I could saw a little bit. And I also have a file, kind of see like the file at work. So pretty much in front of me is some more stuff that I'm making for just smartphones. I've got these tweezers and have a couple of small tips, plastic tips, just to, cushion the pieces. And all I really need to do is use the tweezers and pretty much line up one stick at a time to where the center line is. I also like kind of taped and just show you guys the piece of wood that I was using while gluing the first kind of an update on. I have one more. I would recommend, and here's like just 4 tubes of one of these two. I lost one tube just because it dried over a couple of days. It just dried like half of a tube, something like that. But kind of like I was basically making a few hand tool, or just sourcing out a few items for tools, like a popsicle stick, or that's cut at the end, and some tweezers with these small pieces of Q-tips to help shield it. Some of this crazy glue doesn't dry as fast as sometimes when you're double coating, or if you already use some crazy glue on there, and then the surface of the material, it gets too polished up or something with so it just gets a little bit tough. I would try I might need to use sandpaper and things like that. And it's, some of these pieces aren't straight and things like that. I mean, it's working with crazy glue, and I could use, probably some of this didn't dry up. I could kind of like use a popsicle stick, and that one didn't dry up. But a lot of them did dry up, but so kind of just working at my level and things. And then yeah, I would, maybe next time I would actually just use silicone first and then apply crazy glue like over the silicone or some epoxy. Just because the silicone, it's not as messy to work with sometimes, but you never know. I could just be exaggerating a few things, but because you gotta, I had to like press down on this actually in some pieces, and plus the crazy glue, just some pieces would have worked good with silicone, and some works good with crazy glue. It just depends. And tape down the corners or something like that kind of kept everything straight onto the line, and just kind of eyeballing the space that I'm leaving to fill in with. But this isn't finished. I'm gonna actually add another layer, but there's just another one of these that I have to make and things like that. And if things aren't all the way dry and things, just the peeling off this tape is going to be a little complicated. And these, some of these sticks, some were skinny or a little smaller than the other ones, some of these Q-tips. So that was another thing that I had to had but the template, taped it with I the piece of paper underneath. It's taped up or sealed up, and then I use whatever I had to kind of to keep that from getting damaged through all this. So I kind of reuse that, but this could be a 4 row instead of 3 rows. 4 rows, everything would be a lot more even, or it would actually, have basically more balance within the whole within the whole, some of the pieces, and so it's just a lot of stuff like details to work on that not a lot of people want to deal with and stuff like that, and have time or resources to deal with this. But it was a good challenge. It's still a good challenge. I'm not finished with it. Just want to update this part, and then just basically go on to the next piece and try to get try to finish that up as much as possible. Hopefully this dries up, and I'll probably have to find a way to make it as good as I can with what I have in you know smoothing out any imperfections, and also with the other pieces, basically just adding a little bit more plastic and support, but to kind of make, I'm kind of just probably going to have to add a little bit more glue to this one. It's kind of giving me a hard time. I gotta use the tweezers, or this popsicle stick seems okay. So just keep that in place for now, and I've gotta deal with having crazy glue not drying up as fast as it should and stuff like that. And I could tip this a little, to one side and things, and actually like feel certain sections, like even under this tape there might be a lot of stuff, and I might have to get like a small scraping tool or something to remove and this one isn't really there was just problems with glue already dried underneath that and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. And then once I try to level this out somehow. I don't have a way just yet, but I'll have to lay another pretty much Q-tip or something across that. So it's just a really interesting, almost bad situation. So, and yeah, I'm gonna be wasting more time on it. I might just try to use silicone for the next one and let that dry and cover that up with, just because sometimes the crazy glue works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not 100% sure. I might even have to start over with another whole random piece later on, but I'm just, since I put a few things into this, some time, some some progress and work into this. I'm going to try to do the best I can with it, but it's really not easy as I would think. And there would probably be easier ways with acrylic molding, especially just having some clay and things, and just scraping out the lines and just pouring in the acrylic and making a mold would be a lot 100% probably the right efficient way, and having just to deal with the covers later on. So yeah, maybe yeah, I've gotta like mix some epoxy and things like that to do this, because this is okay, but it's just not it was just a little rushed, a little too much that I didn't know about with trying to make you know this type of case. There's just a lot of stuff that I didn't know about, basically. Comparing it to acrylic molding, that would actually make more sense for me. So yeah, sorry for some of the issues and problems and things. Just did this, I guess, so that you guys wouldn't have to. Yeah, how's it going, YouTube? So I found this bottle today, but I use it to kind of clean up a paintbrush in there. Kind of see a paintbrush. So I tried to put some lacquer. This has spray paint in it, and then I tried to use some of the clear gloss, kind of like it's actually like for a wood finish or something like that. It's clear gloss, and I was trying to soften up. I might just have to use spray paint next time. The lacquer didn't really soften up paint. I might have to use you know, some other supplies like paint thinner and things like that. But I also added some black paint, acrylic paint inside of my closet. Used the brush and basically started touching up a lot of the spots on these boots before I basically clear coat it with silicone. So I got this space cleared out from that wooden table, or this thing right here. I kind of have it in the middle of my kitchen, but it's not interfering with opening the drawers or anything like that. So yeah, I'm kind of working to clear up a lot of stuff kind of around here. Have us, you know, just a few things that I need to put into like a good pile, kind of like, and then the rest and some stuff is just you know, boxes and containers and stuff. You know, storing all the good stuff kind of in one place. I have little small suction cups just in case, but this is what I put together to help pretty much heating. I actually have a airflow station and things, but I've got this cardboard, and I checked out YouTube and stuff, and I'm supposed to actually heat this and pry off some of the cover of electronic repairs. I'm also trying to figure out like a good like area to do a lot. I have this folding table, and then I have this table right here that I made. It used to be like a 3-section hamper, and then I use this wooden table top or cabinet. This piece of wood is actually from a cabinet, but I'm trying to probably move this to the right, kind of like in this section. These boxes are kind of empty, so, but they have a few small electronic hardware, so I might keep these or start putting small electronics in here too. But I kind of need to clean out. There's a kitchen, just temporary. So I've been mopping and cleaning up a little bit here and there, just to kind of have this area. You know, even though that suitcase and stuff, I need to paint. So there's a few items right there, you know, that could be removed, and then I could probably have the square table kind of sitting right there, and then the chair kind of tucks. There's a roll around office chair